When I bought my home in Oak Ridge Estates, I thought I'd finally escape the chaos of city living. Quiet mornings, trimmed lawns, and polite waves from neighbors. It all felt perfect until Karen happened. Karen lived 2 houses down and carried herself like she ran the entire neighborhood. She was on the HOA board, naturally, and thought that gave her unlimited authority. Her favorite hobby? Cutting straight through my yard every single day to reach the parking lot behind our row of homes. At first, I let it slide. Maybe she was in a hurry. But soon it became routine, heels clicking through my grass, sometimes dragging her trash bin, or walking her yapping dog right over my flower bed. When I politely asked her to use the sidewalk, she smiled that infuriating HOA smile and said, "Oh, don't be so territorial. This is community property. I pay for this grass too." I double-checked the property line that night, and she was dead wrong. The yard was fully mine. So I put up a small sign, "Please do not cut through private property." The next morning, the sign was gone. And Karen? She strolled through again, sipping coffee. At first, I tried the polite approach. I documented every incident. Photos of her footprints crushing my flowers, video of her walking her dog across the yard, even a note politely reminding her that she was trespassing. I spoke to the HOA board, hoping they'd step in. But every time, they waved me off with a smile and a shrug. "It's just neighborly behavior," they said. "Don't make a big deal out of it." But Karen didn't just ignore me. She escalated. She started letting her dog leave little surprises on the lawn, laughed when I asked her to clean it up, and even mocked me in front of neighbors. "You really need to relax. Your grass isn't sacred." One afternoon, she leaned on my fence, coffee in hand, and smugly declared, "You can't fence our land. Everyone knows it." That was the final straw. I knew that politeness wasn't going to work. I pulled out the property survey, crystal clear, every line mapped, confirming the yard was 100% mine. I spent the next few weeks researching, planning, and designing a solution. The answer? A reinforced, automatic gate at the edge of my yard. Stylish, modern, and safe for normal use, but ready to deliver a lesson for anyone daring to cut through again. The gate went in on a bright Saturday morning. It looked sleek and modern, a polished metal frame with a sliding design that matched the aesthetic of the house. Most neighbors admired it, thinking it was just another decorative addition. What they didn't know was the hidden feature: retractable tire spikes designed to prevent unauthorized vehicles from crossing the yard. Safe for normal use, but devastating for anyone who tried to shortcut through again. For the first few days, Karen avoided the area, probably thinking twice about her shortcut. But her arrogance got the better of her. One rainy afternoon, she swaggered toward my yard in her SUV, ignoring the bold new signs that read private property, no trespassing. The moment her tires hit the gate's threshold, a loud hiss and a sharp pop echoed across the block. Her front tires shredded instantly, sending her SUV tilting sideways as alarms blared. Karen froze, gripping the steering wheel, eyes wide in disbelief. I walked calmly out to the driveway, holding the property survey and the HOA bylaws. Neighbors peeked from windows, whispering among themselves. "Karen," I said, pointing to the documents, "this is my land. You don't get to cut through it." Her jaw dropped. She finally understood that shortcuts have consequences, especially when they cross someone else's property. After the incident, the neighborhood buzzed with whispers and sideways glances. Karen's SUV sat in her driveway with shredded tires, a constant reminder of her failed shortcut. The HOA scrambled, sending emails demanding I remove the gate, claiming it was hostile and detrimental to community relations. I calmly responded with the property survey, photos of her repeated trespasses, and the bylaws confirming my full rights. Even the local police, after reviewing the situation, confirmed that the gate was legal and Karen had been trespassing. The repair bill? Entirely on her. That was the final humiliation. She paid for her arrogance, while I never had to lift a finger beyond installing the gate. Soon after, Karen stopped attending HOA meetings. Her influence waned, and neighbors who once feared confrontation now quietly admired my solution. The yard healed, the flowers grew back, And the shortcut, once her daily playground, became nothing more than a story people chuckled about at block parties. As I stood by the gate, watching my lawn sway in the afternoon breeze, I reflected on the lesson. Entitlement meets reality eventually. Some people need a sharp reminder to respect boundaries, and sometimes a little creativity is all it takes. The sign on the gate now reads, "Private yard, shortcut closed permanently."
Peace.